Beautiful, crap. You turn something beautiful into something bad by tipping. Yeah. Anyway, video time. Anyway, there's a bike behind us, good lad. So, instantly get hit by a butterfly or something, that's great. What have you been up to over this rather depressing time? And I say that in a completely comical manner. Ah, dear me. Because, whereas some of us have been trying to hold on to our sanity, others have been able to get on with their lives or carry on with work and so on and so forth. So, bit of an old one. So what have you been up to over the last few months, weeks, to keep yourselves entertained and all that? If riding's not been an option for you, I'm so sorry to hear that. As you can probably hear in my voice, motivation not my strong point at the moment. It's a little bit it's taking effort to... Do you want to like move over, thank you? Yeah, thought so. So for the most part, I've been able to carry on with models, painting, collecting, building, that sort of stuff, but the models which I've been making mainly have been commission works for a friend who's very much into the Lord of the Rings. I think I showed you the Eagles before, but he also requested a Nazgul, this one, and more recently a Balrog, this one. So for each model that I've been doing, I've been trying to edge my way ever so slightly better, painting wise. You're alright, don't worry. Cool. And you know, for the Eagles, it was I wanted to do a base for them, which makes them stand out a little bit more. For the Nazgul, it was more of a matter of I can't put a base of it because it doesn't really latch onto something. So I had a bit of a fishing wire that's now hanging. Lets the model hang. Words, come on, Brad, come on! And then for the Balrog, I thought I'd play around with some lighting effects, shadowing and all that sort of stuff. It didn't work out too great, but I think it's alright for a first attempt at making things look like they're on fire and such. So, yeah, all things said and done, yeah, it's been quite a bit of fun doing these models and doing myself one of the Space Marines in between, just to keep myself busy, as well as a few video games every now and then. Bit of exercise, just basically looking after ourselves. So what's this got to do with motorcycling? Well, let me put it this way. I've already mentioned in a previous video that you're already out of practice. If you've not been riding, that's great, physically or mentally, but that's a subject that's been talked about already. Let's not go there again anytime soon. Although I will say that's actually got a lot of good reception, which I'm quite happy about, really. For the rest of it, oof, yeah. Getting out on the bike has been sort of like a motivational challenge. It's an absolute scorcher of a day today. I started off today making a cup of tea. I suppose this is more of a personal vlog thing, really, isn't it? Started off, made a cup of tea and just sat on my doorstep because the sun comes basically directly down on my front door, which is great. So I just sat there, big old cup of tea, minding my own business, soaking in the sun. And yeah, just feeling the warmth radiating off it all. Oh, that's what got me. The fella on the bike behind me is going to see all that. There, disgusting. Oh, I didn't want to come in somewhere else, they've already been here. I wanted to go somewhere new, explore some new terrain. Oh well, we'll do that at some point. But I heard all the motorcycles outside and yeah, lovely couple. Just like people sending it up and down the roads and such, and I thought, yeah, why not do that? Let's do that as well. That is a very precarious place to come out of. Oof. view scene though, I'm definitely there. Ooh. And there we go. That's how you exercise manners on the road. What was I even talking about? Oof. Oh yeah, motivation to get back on the bike and such. Yeah, so I heard all the motorcycles going up and down the roads, and I thought, wow, you know, it'd be great to go out there with them, and you know, the opportunity really for me, as much as I don't like riding with groups of people, I do like riding around other motorcyclists, because it gives you that sort of, not pack mentality, so to say, it's just that it gives you a, go on, it gives you a feeling of like togetherness, if that makes sense, which is always nice. It's always great to have a bit of that togetherness, a little bit of family, brotherhood, whatever you want to call it, kind of feel going on. And also it gives us a chance to get outside, get the sun, although the only part of me actually getting the sun at the moment would be probably like the tip of my nose. But it's just nice to be out regardless, and I know that's not exactly easy for all of us to do at the moment. So again, like I've said before, hopefully these sort of videos will give you a nice little look on the outside. Oh, that's where I am. Okay, alright. Now I know. I've been down that road so many times. But I don't think I've actually come this way from there, so now I know where those roads actually meet up. It's fascinating because if you turn left here, yeah, it's something motorcycle related. Way, we got there in the end, didn't we? Hey. You come up to an intersection. If you go left, you know where that goes. If you go right, you know where that goes and where that takes you. But there's that little connection. When that one goes left and comes back round, and then when that one goes right and comes back round, they meet in the middle. That's basically what I've discovered there. Two roads which I, not usually, but have been down a fair bit over the last couple of years. And by a fair bit I mean like several times, because it's not my usual route, let's say. It's a hobby route. I've just found where those 2 points meet, and fantastic. I thought that was another Vulcan, then oh, the front light, the shape of the tank. Then again, you know, I'm not good at recognising Vulcans from other bikes. That should be pointed out, because I'm constantly staring at oncoming bikes thinking, what's that? What's all that then? If I see two little headlamps, I'm thinking, oh, it's probably a street triple or something, or, and you know, because we've got a Triumph dealership around here, it's probably a street triple. There's a ride I went on with the Rhythmic Biker, I think I've mentioned this before, where we've done the ride, we've got it all recorded and such. This was last year actually, so we need to get around to doing that, but you know, all in good time. For the most part, we went to my favourite dealership in Aylesbury, had a look at some bikes, and you know, very good, very exciting, Ducatis and all kinds of lovely things there, shiny bits. And then we went over to Triumph, and basically when we got to Triumph, there was a couple of like Ducati Diavos, and the people who own these bikes had spent a significant amount of money on, let's say, modifying them. Paint jobs, carbon fibre bits and bobs and all that sort of stuff. It was very, ooh, very nice, very lovely. And every other bike which showed up from there was a street triple. I'm not going to say it's bad seeing more bikes, but at the same time it's thank you very much, thumbs up. It gets a bit boring when you see the same bike all the time, unless it's the bike that you ride. So for the street triple guys, oh, it's amazing. Let's see some more of those. For everyone else, it's kind of like, okay, I've seen this bike now. We've seen it in black, we've seen it in and so on and so forth. So I suppose I can tie in a little question there. Has there been somewhere you've gone to, and I suppose for you guys in America and such, it's probably going to be Harley Davidson, isn't it? But let's single those guys out. Let's cancel the whole Harley Davidson thing. Pretend they don't exist for a moment. Oh, sorry. And let's say, have you been anywhere like a biker mecca or something like that, or just like somewhere that's really popular, like a cafe for bikers, and like you've seen over the course of you being there, either for a drink or meeting up with friends and such, the same bike, like the same model of bike, just different variants of it. Maybe there's a sport version, maybe there's a touring version, whatever. Because it's quite an experience. I know for a lot of people it's just like, it's just the same bike, isn't it? And yeah, it's true for the most part. But when you see the same thing turn up and turn up and turn up, it gives you an idea of how popular that bike is. And for some people, like when we did the Vulcan S meetup thing, that got a nice bit of attention. And also, what we found was during like the bike nights, we had people coming over and actually asking us about the bikes, and so on and so forth. It suddenly got very cold, and the clouds are telling us that there is rain due. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park up over here in the video. So for all of you out there, have yourselves a lovely day. I've started a few videos from here, so the next one's probably going to be from here as well. Huzzah! Oop, oop, oop. And yeah, so for the most part, have yourselves a lovely weekend. Enjoy as always, and as always, ta for now. We got there in the end. We got there. Proud of myself.